You need to own the insights that you have. Your insights do not belong to all sentient beings. Your insights belong to you, the individual. Everything that you are learning is to help you become more capable so that you can join in an effort to be a benefit to all sentient beings. But when we have an insight, we need to stabilize. And I think you might be confusing stabilizing an insight with grasping. That if you relax, it feels so important. Some of these insights feel so important that we think, I need to remember and I need to hold this. And holding it and stabilizing it is just a perceptual shift away from what you're saying, which is grasping. So if grasping is the best word you have, then grasp. Grasp after your insights. Hang on to them. Hang on to them because they're easily lost. And those you must own. Why? Because you and the innate view and the simple ego and the complicated ego are all sitting in the same basket. And everything you do prior to enlightenment is a kind of justification. And practicing virtue and practicing what leads to insights changes the mood of the environment within this basket. So, for example, if you had four people in a small room, and you entered in, let's say, a pink light was shining upon them. And one person says, oh, there must be somebody there shining this pink light. Another person might say, oh, this is magical. This is not someone that's doing it. It's happening by magic. Another person climbs up and tries to see what it is that's causing the pink light. And another person says, hey, we're all stuck together in this room. Forget about the pink light. There are more important things to think about. And so after they argue and discuss this among themselves, they will come to some kind of justification depending upon which person is stronger. Whose opinion is stronger has more weight, but it's not the complete weight. Are you with me? Like this, practicing virtue, having transitional insights is like the one person who is trying to stay steady in a kind of magical, strange, odd, help me kind of atmosphere. And so as the consensus is shifting toward the part of you which is more virtuous and more insightful, that the rest of you starting to listen to the insights, but they still have a voice. And so as this is shifting, the insightful one needs to acknowledge that parts are still in a dark place and needs to tailor the insights to the weakest link. Feeling safe. We have refuge to make us feel safe. That we have ideas which are transitional stages. Seeing it a certain way. Relaxing. This is your inner work. This is your inner environment. As it becomes more clear, these other voices realize that their voice is not really needed. And then the plain ego, which is the organizing principle of the simple self, not the complicated self, but the simple self, begins to organize with weight tending toward the insightful one. And then the insightful one says, oh, what I thought before, even though I've had these insights, that insight was preliminary to that insight. So I can't cling to these insights, but you can't say that until the lesser parts are in careful context. Does that make sense? So this is why we are as gentle and as kind to ourselves as possible, while still putting the pressure on for development. Okay? It's a really delicate balance. And that's what you need to become good at, is finding that balance, and really don't make yourself afraid inside, thinking, oh, I have to get enlightened. This is so... No, because other parts of you need to have a more gentle introduction to the awakening. Thank you for bringing that up, giving an opportunity to explain.